let's do a haul of all the weird and random things that I bought in Bloomington while attending the Indiana Toy and Comic Expo. Two of the things were mystery items. This is a Bog Nerds scented figure. Don't know if I got grape or strawberry. And then this Curiodrome mystery box from Vulture Video. I will open these at the end, so stay tuned. Starting off with this VHS, I also bought this from Vulture Video. This is Haunted Indiana, and it has a very interesting story. So the guy who owns Vulture Video, I assume was like a kid, elementary aged, in the 80s. And they did a Halloween special, I assume was called Haunted Indiana, but there was like two like local celebrities. It was Cowboy Bob and Janie, which I'm not from Bloomington, Indiana, so I don't remember this. Also, I wasn't born until 89, but this was supposed to be, or it was advertised as like a kid-friendly Halloween special with, of course, Cowboy Bob and Janie, which I assume kids would be familiar with, but it was hosted with Sammy Terry, who is the local horror host, who I am familiar with, who is still around today doing stuff. It was kind of advertised as like kid-friendly, spooky Halloween special that they did locally, but it was terrifying. So terrifying that they had to tell the kids at school that it was fake the next day. So, like, the guy who owns Vulture Video, if you go in there and you buy one of these, or if you request one, they are, like, limited edition. He'll, like, tell you the story about how they had to tell him at school that it was fake, because it was so terrifying. And he grew up and actually works for the TV station that put this out in the 80s, so he got to interview the creators of this Halloween segment, so I'm very curious to watch it to see what they have to say, and if they have any regrets, maybe. I guess going along with the theme of VHSs, I got this Animaniacs Holiday, or Hello Holidays. I love collecting 90s holiday VHSs, and I love the Animaniacs. This was not $3.99, but actually $10. It is sealed, so that is nice. This will be a perfect addition to my collection. It has quite a bit of episodes on here. There's 8 holiday episodes on here, so that's pretty exciting. They are probably on like Hulu or something, but it's always nice to have the VHS format. Got another VHS. This is Wishbone, the Frankenbone episode about Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Can't say I necessarily like recall this episode, but I do love Wishbone, like nostalgic wise. It wasn't always my favorite thing to watch, but I would watch it if nothing else was on. I do have like good memories of watching some Wishbone. On the back here, there's this picture of Wishbone with like some kind of air conditioner. I'm not quite sure, but it definitely looks interesting. Next up is this unauthorized NSYNC Backstage Pass book. It's your Kickin' Keepsake scrapbook. It's got all of their names on the front here, and if you see, that is Lance Bass right there. But if you go to the back, not sure if you knew this about NSYNC, but Lance is not Lance. He is Lanston. Did you know that? Not aware. It is unauthorized, so it may be lies. But there is some great classic NSYNC photos. I, of course, grew up in the 90s, born in the 80s, and was obsessed with NSYNC. Preferred them over Backstreet Boys. So, like, I can recite word for word the first NSYNC album, but I cannot do that with Backstreet Boys. Not sure why. Is this question and answer section. Again, this is unauthorized, so I don't even know if they really answered these, but one of them says, how do you guys envision themselves when they are older? That's a weird way to phrase that question. Answer. The guys all had answers to this question when they were interviewed at the Bravo radio station birthday party in Poland. They didn't know that they had so many fans in Poland until that trip. Chris said, but I'm already older. I guess he's the oldest one. Lance said, I'll be a grandpa. I hope I'll have wife and children and then grandchildren. I'd love to have a lot of free time. I hope I'll visit many countries. Lance, Joey, I hope that I have a wife and a couple of kids and a house someday. I'd like to have fun and travel a lot with my wife and kids. I think Joey is living up to that expectation. Justin, I think he is living up to this too. It says, I'll never grow old. That is true. I'm just joking. It's hard to say when I'm older. I want to be able to look over my shoulder and say with pride that I've done many things in my life. Of course, I want to have a wife and children too. He does have a wife and children, I believe. And he is not growing up. He's still partying, you know? And then Chris adds at the end, I'll not get married probably because there isn't any girl who will take me. Poor Chris. You do get married, buddy. You sure do. I got this puffalump for $10. It's like the neon summer collection. I forget the name of it, but I'm sure, like many of us, I had a puffalump as a kid. It was like a little teddy bear that I got when I was born. And I think it's great for newborns because there's not anything that they can like chew or choke on. Because of having that as a kid, like I'm just obsessed with puffalumps as an adult, especially like this neon like summer beachy collection that they have. I guess like tropical, done by Fisher-Price. I don't see too many of these in the wild, especially like this neon collection, only for $10. I feel like that was a steal. I can't wait to get my collection started. I've got this guy and my original puffalump. I've also recently started collecting nosy bears. They actually had some nosy bears at the con. There was the like bubblegum nosy bear, and there was one other one. If I have the picture, I will show you, but they were really expensive. And I think my husband said they were so expensive because they were like a Argentina version, potentially. I think I totally wanted them though, but they were like $175 maybe. I'm going to start off with the Curio Drome mystery box. This is also from Vulture Video. Not really sure what to expect. I'm not expecting a whole lot. Honestly, I paid $5 for it. So let's see if my lip gloss can open it here. Ooh, can you see what's in there? First thing is, here's Bo. One big happy family like card. I assume that is Bo. He is a primate. And is that like the movie that like Reagan was in maybe? I don't know. Here is a fortune teller fish. It says place fish in the palm of your hand and its movements will indicate one of the things on the back here. Let's test it out. Okay, there he is. Okay. Okay, he's like folding up in the middle like that. So what's that mean? Ooh, I'm gonna go with curls up entirely, which means passionate. We have this little guy. He had these for sale in there. This is a, right? Or does it open? Oh, it opens. Oh, it's a pin. Cute. Look at his little happy face. I thought it would like balance, like be one of those like balancing beans or whatever. We have this sticker that says abnormal. Spider ring. I have a ton of these already. Rubber ducky. He's cute. And then some jumping candy, which I'm kind of scared to open, but I feel like I should open. Shouldn't I? I'm nervous it's going to hit me in the eye or something. Okay. I got my finger on it. Oh! Cute. I think I'd rather have candy. That was interesting. I wasn't really expecting much. It's cute. Would I buy it again? Probably not. And the best thing for last, this is the Bog Nerds. From my understanding and the way that they had it displayed, you can either get like a purple body with pink shorts or a pink body with purple shorts. It is fruit scented. This is done by Warlords of War. He is at the Indiana Toy and Comic Convention every year. I believe he is a judge for custom action figure contest every year. I do believe. I am not typically your standard like action figure collector. That is definitely my husband, but I couldn't pass up a food themed and food scented item. Like, that is geared towards me 100%. My understanding is he has like an ongoing collection of like Bognars, so this is a Bog Nerd. They are powered by the glycose system. I've heard Craftsman talk about that. I'm no expert on that, but I'm sure that means a lot to some toy collectors out there. I've been hyping this thing up like I'm afraid to open it. I don't want to ruin the beautiful packaging either. Can't smell it yet. Okay. Ooh, I got the pink one, so strawberry with the purple pants and boots. And it is what I thought it is. It is a box of nerds. Oh yeah, it smells like fruity plastic. I love it. I'm in the middle of like making some wax melts that are also fruit scented. So the smell isn't coming out as strong to me because I think my like nose is blind at the moment. But when I smell this, I smell like some fruity plasticness. Look at his little eyes. He almost reminds me of what's the guy's name from Futurama? This is the Vine arm. One of these is Necroid and one of them is Ghoul. Not sure which is which. A plain chest if you don't want like the vines here. There's so much stuff that comes in here. There's like these little gill hands, like little creature hands, creature from the Black Lagoon hands. I love this little guy. He reminds me of Zoidberg. That is the name I forgot before. I don't know the lore behind this. I will have to look into it, but it's super cool. Now I'm gonna have to go to the con every year and buy the exclusive ones that they do. I'm pretty sure they do an exclusive one every year. My husband has like the first one that they ever put out. But this one was just meant for me. I feel like it was made for me. What other like candy junk food ones could we come up with? Like, I'd really love to see an orange and green one, but I'm not sure like what that would represent. Like maybe like a gummy worm or something. Yeah, that is everything that I bought while in Bloomington attending the Indiana Toy and Comic Expo. They have this event every single year at the end of August. If you're in the area and you're into nerdy stuff, I highly recommend checking it out. They had so much good stuff there. Like I said, there was a booth there specifically called Grizzly Pretty from Columbus, Indiana. I will tag them below, but I'll post some pictures here. They had some amazing vintage, very nostalgic toys. They had a bunch of like My Pet Monsters, the Nosy Bears. I got this Puffalo from them. I really loved their booth and there was so much more offered there. They also have like an artist alley. And the other thing that I really love about this con is the guy who runs it is super nice. He's a super kind guy. You can tell that he's really passionate about this stuff as well. Like his energy, his excitement about this is like you can see it, you can feel it in the con, and I don't always experience that at cons. That's why I don't go to them that much. There have been so many conventions that I went to that have not gone well, and the owners are not that great. So I really don't go to a lot of them. This is like one of the exceptions that I actually do go to. So highly recommend checking it out. But I appreciate you watching this video. I appreciate your time. If you are interested in handmade wax melts, check out houseofwaxmelts.com. Bye.